We welcome you back to the Coachella Valley Invitational at the historic Empire Polo Club. As we continue on here on match day number 1, Jake Levy here with you to bring another fun one as St. Louis City FC takes on LAFC. Hi everybody, welcome back. Two teams headed into their third preseason match of the season and their first here at the Coachella Valley Invitational. For St. Louis City SC, they have a couple of performances that saw a win against LA Galaxy and then a draw against Nashville. Meanwhile, LAFC looking for their first win of the preseason. They lost to a Danish club in their opener and then played to a draw 2-2 with Charlotte FC just a few days ago back on February 3rd. So two teams that are relatively new to MLS but have had some tremendous success early on as LAFC gears up for its 7th season in Major League Soccer. Meanwhile, St. Louis City SC coming off a very impressive debut campaign. They'll be in the red kits as you get a look at them lining up. Joachim Nielsen, the Swedish center back. His St. Louis side in red. Meanwhile, LAFC in the gray. They'll have the ball to start the match. They'll go right to left for this first 45 minutes. And they play the ball ahead with a long probe over the top. Cleared away importantly as Pompeu tried to break back the other way. And now they'll launch it down the left side. Quick run out, but nothing doing there. So back and forth action, both teams going long over the top, stretching the legs here early on. LAFC coming off back-to-back appearances in the MLS Cup final. Of course, who could forget the way the 2022 MLS Cup final ended? Penalty kick shootout after a 3-3 draw with the Philadelphia Union. And then the Columbus Crew taking the title by a 2-1 final a season ago. An LAFC side that since their inaugural season in 2018, they rank 2nd in points, tied for 1st in wins, and an astounding 373 goals in the 6 seasons in MLS. Meanwhile, St. Louis City exploded onto the scene last year, looked to build off of that. They play along the backside with Aaron Long. Now through Bogus. Murillo. Clever touch here looking for Bogus. He touches it ahead for a chance for Ordaz, but the flag is up. St. Louis calling for that from their back line and get the offside flag to take away the threat as they built that up the right wing. A dangerous combination. We have seen both teams willing to take chances here in the early couple of minutes. Erwinski. Bit of a slip there by Long. That was a bit of the story in our first match on Field 2 today. So the San Jose Earthquakes and New York City FC play to a 2-2 draw. Nerwinski, a Lawrenceville, New Jersey native. And that'll be a foul as Bogus reached out and prevented Durkin from breaking forward. The two have some parting words as Finds the foot of Glover. Trying to sidestep through Thoresen. And as Glover made the run on the back end, easily cleared away by Loris. Murillo will restart things, trying to use Hollingshead. A little deke from the LAFC keeper that draws the oohs and ahs from a heavily LAFC crowd, as one would expect given the proximity. St. Louis City SC, though, has proven to be able to handle imposing environments. As here goes Bonga. Touchdown by Boguz. A chance and a leaping stop. Roman Berkey able to get to the corner and parry that away. Sets up a corner opportunity. The 32-year-old Swiss native prevents a highlight reel goal within the first 5 or so minutes of action. Another look. As Boanga with an ambitious effort, the corner doesn't lead to much initially. Oliveira tried to recycle that, but the whistle halts play. Again, a shorter preseason than most, a shorter offseason than most for LAFC, reaching the MLS Cup final for the second year in a row. It's Pompeu. Stepped over nicely by Sanchez. Now a through ball, flag stays down, but had too much on it. Trying to find Ordaz. And as expected, no VAR in the preseason Coachella Valley Invitational, so no delayed offside. It's all the way back. Michael Wenzel, the center back who's experienced with St. Louis City 2, the State College, Pennsylvania native, getting a chance to start here today for St. Louis. Wenzel, the only City 2 player on the roster here today. Also, maybe a chance to see some of those draft picks in the MLS Super Draft. Brendan McSorley and Jose Kajima. Campos plays that all the way back. Now a chance ahead, Ordaz taken down by Wenzel. The crowd wanting something more than that, but the young 21-year-old center back put in a tough position and stands up to the task. Well done. Boguz. Now a chance to send McSorley. Leaves it off for Kojima. Tried to play a little give and go there between the two draft picks. Took a deflection. And Murillo will concede the corner. City traded up to grab McSorley. Or Kojima, rather. With the 17th pick, they also took Providence's McSorley with 79th. The two combined to give the first set piece up opportunity of the day. Here's the insert. McSorley directed it towards goal. Campos, 10 minutes gone. Caden Glover giving that one a look, the St. Louis native, just 16 years old. St. Louis City SC is giving the Coachella Valley Invitational faithful a look at some of the youth of an already young club. Boanga. Had to hurry there. As Hebert, Canadian, tries to start it back. Oh, a wry pass, looking for Thoresen. City SC side finished the regular season in 23, 17, 12, and 5. 56 points. It was good for the second most by an expansion team in MLS history. Most wins by an expansion team with 17. And became the first expansion team in MLS history to win their conference in their inaugural season. And they had plenty of firepower. They join the likes of LAFC as well as Chicago Fire, Atlanta United as the 4 expansion teams to score at least 60 goals in their debut season. Roman Berkey, who's already been tested and flourished, the 2023 goalkeeper of the year in MLS. Talk about rapid and long-lasting success. On the other side is this taken away in the midfield and a chance potentially to break, but good reaction from LAFC, who became the fastest MLS club in the league's history to reach 300 points. They did it last year, June 17th. Before we tell you about that, here's a loft in from Nerwinski. Right back service caught by Loris, and then a ping out the other way. Here's a break forward by Boanga. Cuts to the middle of the field. Pass intercepted, though. Sanchez. Pompeu. Kijima. For Pompeu. Tried to come back for McSorley, who was making the run, but timing just a bit off there. You see the good crowd on this Wednesday afternoon on what is a absolutely beautiful day here in Indio, California. Nice contrast from the rain that have come the last few days. Ground's holding up well. As a takeaway here, Kijima looking to feather that through for Glover. Touch for McSorley. And the defending important in the end. Pompeu will be hit with the foul. Trying to prevent the breakout the other way. A little talking to from the official. Here's a chance on the far side. Oliveira. And that took a deflection on its way through. And will be a corner kick for LAFC. Supporters getting vocal as Matthews Bogus to the corner. Half clear, touchdown for a moment. Still free in the box. Now a chance to break out the other way, and a heavy challenge. Pompeu was trying to get started, asking the official for a little bit more than just a whistle, but that's all he'll get. The smart foul protects any potential buildup. Couple of fun weeks here at the Coachella Valley Invitational. One of the final tune-ups before MLS regular season play begins in late February. Berkey right at the edge of the 18. He's played the first half in each of the first two preseason matches for St. Louis City SC. Ben Lunt has gotten the second half opportunities as Pompeu again tripped up. This time draws a whistle in a dangerous spot. Celio Pompeu, the 24-year-old from Brazil. He and Kajima. With the ball between them. It will be Pompeu. Would have perhaps liked a bit more from that. Still a chance here, though. And what a finish. An absolutely brilliant goal from Kyle Hebert, the center back. After the service initially was blocked off, it was only a half clear, and Hebert made him pay. And St. Louis City SC has struck first just shy of 20 minutes in. Absolutely picturesque placement. Now a chance to build again. Fresh off the opener. A trip up towards the edge of the box. Stays with City. Nerwinski. Header deflected out. Absolutely no chance for Hugo Lloris, the LAFC keeper. Kyle Hebert's goal has St. Louis City SC ahead. We saw some well-placed goals in that first match of the day. Well, here on field too, but in traffic on a half volley to ping that textbook into the upper corner. Campos can't save that along the near side. This headed down by Glover, but Maria will come over to make sure that there's no further action. Away from the action, we have a whistle back near midfield. And it'll restart with a St. Louis City opportunity. Another one into the middle. Kajima. This little back heel. Glover had a chance with the ball at his feet. Maybe a bit of indecision whether to go for goal or to pass that off, and it winds up splitting the difference out along the white picket fence behind the goal. player who just signed that multi-year extension with City SC, signed through 2026, option for 27 as well. He scores the opener for the de facto visitors here, with a huge contingent of LAFC fans in the area, and a yellow card's going to be shown here after the trip up of McSorley. Looks like Sanchez is going to go into the referee's book here in the 25th minute. This is right around the area where the first one was taken. It's a little bit not more wide than the first that was directly in front of goal. Another set piece opportunity for St. Louis. Kojima once again standing stage left of the ball. Pompeu chips it in. They're half clear. And this time the header is harmlessly out for a goal kick. Another center back, Wenzel, getting in the mix. It's the press forcing LAFC to retreat long, all the way back for his keeper. Campos, pulled back by Nerwinski. It'll be Campos who is whistled instead. Those two came together, a couple of number twos. Pompeu, whose insert set up the first goal after a deflection. Takeaway, chance to build up the left side, shaking off a couple of tackles. Sorley sent it all the way in, and nothing on the other end. How can LAFC build something? The suffocating central midfield for St. Louis makes that difficult. Wenzel is the first to get ahead to it. Has to defend again, and again does so. Now it's Boanga. Dennis Boanga into the penalty area, tripped up, and the referee has pointed to the spot. It'll be a penalty. As again, Wenzel and Nerwinski were in the area, and Boanga at a tight angle, able to draw the foul in the box. And LAFC, and really their first attacking moment, get a penalty for their efforts, and will have a chance to equalize with Boanga stepping to the spot. Berkey heels on the line. Boanga drew the foul. Now he'll take the penalty. Boanga buries it, and we're level. St. Louis City asking a question of maybe is there feigning on that attempt. Referee doesn't seem to be interested in it. And now they are interested in it. So they've waved off the goal for an illegally taken penalty. Or so it appears. Let's have another look. So Boanga, who had the chance to pull things level, instead it's a free restart. St. Louis remains in the lead. A good move around the right side from Pompeu. Pompeu cutting into the box. Shakes off a defender. And it appears earns a corner. So a half hour in. St. Louis City has capitalized off a free kick. It appeared as though LAFC had capitalized off a penalty opportunity. But the illegally taken kick from the spot took the goal off the board. Now Celio Pompeu. Once again, Jose Kajima nearby. Pompeu. And McSorley's header is wide of frame. Fans getting a chance to get up close and personal. Some of their favorite MLS stars here. Coachella Valley Invitational. A dangerous giveaway here. Pompeu keeps it himself. Nice little touch from McSorley. And the try from Thoresen is off the mark, and he's a little worse for wear after the effort. Another look from our crew, but tough to see what would have led to the moment on the ground after. Nerwinski. Wenzel. He was let off the hook after the penalty whistled against him was taken off the board. Nerwinski, fancy footwork, got around the defender. Couldn't keep it in play though, ran out of room along the touchline. Boanga tripped up. LAFC crowd wanted a card brandished. There's already been one in this first half. Elie Sanchez. Tillman Stolen away. St. Louis just wide of Glover, the homegrown 16-year-old. The 2023 MLS Next All-Star Game participant. Signed in January of last year and was the first homegrown player signed in the history of St. Louis City SC. The collision near midfield, and Boango will be whistled for the foul. Just about 10 minutes left in our first half. Wenzel will just play it back and build possession here. Nice ball through for Kajima. He's tripped up. That was Sanchez in the area again. Has to be careful on the yellow. Wenzel. Throw-in goes quickly. They try to turn it through. Hebert, his goal, the difference thus far. And Wenzel will be whistled yet again. Got a piece of Boguz, and referee letting Wenzel know he knows exactly how many fouls have been committed. So he'll be on alert. Now a chance for LAFC to once again break forward. To the far side, and a slip in the attacking area. Unfortunate there. There was also a heavy challenge that LAFC wanted to be something more to it. We play on. Nice overlapping run. Play ahead, blocked off. Hollingshead's throw. Sets Tillman up. Centering pass cleared away. Campos through Boanga. Now Kojima takes a bump, and that'll draw a whistle. Kojima. Through the middle with Durkin. Durkin, who was acquired by St. Louis City SC. This offseason, they sent Lucas Bartlett and Jared Stroud to DC United to get the former U.S. Youth National Team member. The left side. Campos. Stepping in Ordaz. You're going to look at quickly the Swiss Roman Berkey. Keeps this one on the turf. Plays through the middle. Heavy challenge on Kojima. So St. Louis City got Durkin, who occupies a U22 initiative spot. Both of their super draft picks, the 21-year-old Wenzel, all getting some extensive experience here in this first half. Now Nerwinski. His pass awry. Instead it's Boguz. That forces Marcanet to just head it on back to his keeper, Berkey. Well-weighted ball on the other end. If Thoresen can get on the other end of it. He did for a moment, but can't do much with it. He'll be out to go over to LAFC. We hit the 43rd minute. A lone goal coming from St. Louis City SC and Kyle Hebert. A set piece deflection that he sent into the upper corner. An exquisite strike. There was a penalty for LAFC on the other end that was converted, but deemed to be done so illegally and thus taken off the board. Marcanek starts it ahead. Good shoulder to shoulder there. Referee says play on. Now a chance for a probing ball over the top. Boanga will eventually track it down, just not going towards goal as he would have initially liked. Now Durkin. Kojima. Bumped down by Sanchez. Possession taken away. That's followed up with a foul as Thoresen whistled for it. Tillman. Sanchez. Boguz. Tried to find Boanga. There's a bump and the foul on Wenzel. Another one on the center back. So in the waning moments of this first half, another set piece opportunity for LAFC. See if they can do anything with it. Boanga cuts inside. Bogus weaving through defenders. A leaping header by Nerwinski. A half clear. Now St. Louis gets it back towards midfield. Another chance, Oliveira. Boanga. Applying pressure, Boanga has it taken off his foot. Wenzel does well that time. And a couple of good defensive plays there, including the 16-year-old Glover prying it free, and that draws the referee's whistle to signal halftime. 45 minutes in the books. It's Coachella Valley Invitational preseason matchup. St. Louis City SC 1, LAFC 0. We're back with second half action here in just a moment.
lluvia y todo. Con la lluvia y todo. Es una combinación que no favorece a nadie. Pero es que nosotros nos estamos tratando más que ellos.
Esa es una, pero la otra es la
Lo van a estar mandando acá para y sube y aquí se la va a dar. Acaba de comenzar, pero es un entero, pues vamos también, ya nos llaman de echar un poquito. Ya mucho, mucho abajo. Por eso Murillo cada vez se anda o resbalando o lanzándose para atacar, para cometer un gol. El gol, al gol no me recriminó nada, nadie puede decir. No, un golazo, pero
y aparte la
dejaron.
Lo dejaron. No, y aparte por la distancia.
No, cuando se lo tiró. A Hugo.
No sé. Ahorita, mira, lo que yo tengo curiosidad, no sé si va a jugar segura. La verdad que yo más, la curiosidad más, ¿cómo está segura estos de 2 años? No, ya. Y en la Valle. Pero bueno, acuérdate que hace...
Fuera por mí, estuviera seguro. Por eso hemos tenido para probar el mato que no ha jugado en 2 años. Porque no lo vas a probar.
Sí, no, pues estoy de acuerdo.
¿Cuándo más lo vas a probar? Creo que ahorita saca Long o Murillo y Beto.
¿Quieres que el día qué es lo que sí? Que la mitad de los eso sí, yo digo, el segundo equipo.
Lo bueno es que tenemos a alguien. Ese merece andar jugando en la clase. Para ser honesto.
Pues es lo que solo habló esta mierda.
Cuando el que habló esas mamadas de no sé qué, seguimos echando a sal. Pasa mucho con esto, se le sube el azúcar acá.
Porque viene 2 tamaños. No, en serio. Ya no va a haber. Vamos bien. Hoy es el equipo. Bueno, mijo, que te sientas mejor, ¿cómo estás? Esa mamá, igual me dijeron. Mira, yo, a mí lo que me la conclusión que fue que un ataque casi me mata. Juro que me iba a empezar
Mira, güey, yo he tenido ataques de ansiedad.
Sí, sabes lo que pierdes el balance. A decir la chava, no mames, qué buena chamba estoy haciendo, cabrón. Lo dejo desmayado, Alex.
Pero no tenemos trabajo los festivales.
¿Sí te lo dio?
Es que no quiero trabajar, güey. No puedo ir a salir con mis amigos, no puedo hacer nada.
Mira, a mí sí me dice, y tal vez el problema de mi empresa es que no debería estar tomando, porque estoy tomando las pastillas.
Welcome back to Indio, California. Second half action of this Coachella Valley Invitational matchup coming your way. Preseason MLS as St. Louis City SC and LAFC kick off the second half. St. Louis City in the all red kits, LAFC in the gray and black. A 1-0 lead for St. Louis City. They converted a set piece on a deflected goal that was placed perfectly by Kyle Hebert. And on the other end, LAFC had a chance from the penalty spot, which did go in the net, but was deemed to be done so illegally. So their goal was taken off the board, and that's where we stand here as we take a look at period number 2. And we expect plenty of substitutions and rotations. It was great to see Timothy Tillman on the field for LAFC after his men's national team debut. January 20th, played 89 minutes. The man of the match. Completed a ridiculous 97% of his passes in that matchup. He's back in training camp and was out there for the first 45. Ryan Hollingshead, who started that first half, also still out there. He throws the ball in now. LAFC off and running. Rather new look side for LAFC here in 2024 after 6 really successful, but not to compare with the last 2 that have seen back-to-back runs to the MLS Cup final. There will be some new names to get used to. Max Crepo, John McCarthy, Diego Palacios, Kellen Acosta. All names that were instrumental to the success of LAFC, but such a strong roster and such a pedigree of success for a still young club. We had San Jose Earthquakes in our first matchup on field 2 today. They're celebrating 50 years by comparison. Year number 7. Sanchez, swarmed by a red jersey, still able to find a teammate. Now a chance to break back the other way. Good looking pass, but a bit too much on it. Trying to find Ordaz. They do have a goalkeeper switch for St. Louis City. Each of their first 2 preseason matchups. Then Lund has gotten the second 45. They distribute far side there, long. Seen teams with different strategies here in this opening day of the Coachella Valley Invitational. San Jose had 2 separate 11s they played in either half. New York City FC played their starters for an hour and then made a shift change in the 63rd minute. Both of these teams look to be relatively similar. Thoresen plays it ahead. Pompeo. Run off the ball by Tillman. Who we just talked about in his national team honors. Now plays this ahead. Thorson. Only as far as Aaron Long. Murillo. Boanga, a bit of a giveaway there. Second half action just underway. Thanks for joining us here at the Coachella Valley Invitational. Historic Empire Polo Club. Chicago Fire and Austin just got done over on field 1. This the final remaining action of day 1. Centering pass deflected. Newcomer to the club, Omar Campos, who was busy in that first half from a left back slot. Stolen away in the midfield. Pompeo shakes off not one but 2 tackles. Can't avoid the third though. Now Murillo starts it back the other way. Just for a moment, Pompeo back on it. Marcanic feathers it ahead. Now Thorson, but nobody on that side. Couple of 13s going at it. Marcanic will eventually be whistled for the foul, badgering Oliveira. Kojima squeezing through traffic, kept possession, drew a foul, well done. Talked about those 2 draft picks. Jose Kojima, the first of 2 selections for St. Louis City SC out of Wake Forest. No stranger to producing MLS level talent. Kojima tried to squeak that through, could not. Now look out the other way, Boanga. Boanga slipping a couple of defenders. Boanga, centering pass for Ordaz. Touches it down, wrapping around, and a shot clears well wide from Oliveira. Might want to see Boanga take that himself after all the work that he did. 2 City defenders to the turf. A good attacking chance there for LAFC here in this second half. Looking across the field from our vantage point, not too many changes to either side from that first half. There's one of them, Ben Lunt. Roman Berkey made an impressive save in the first 3 minutes to keep the match scoreless at the time. He also pled his case and was heard to have the penalty taken off the board for LAFC. It's not a save, but same result. Looking for Pompeu there, couldn't quite get on the other end of it. Kojima. Durkin. Locker. Return pass takes a deflection. Campos does well to keep that in play, avoid conceding the corner. Now Thorson sends it into the side netting. Hollingshead turns that upfield, but can't get to a foot of a teammate. Pass a bit too far in front of Pompeu to do anything with it. Now a chance to quickly turn the other way. Oliveira. Switches. Boanga has a go from long range. Again, waiting on a ball to restart play. Now Lunt is ready. Stillman tried to sprint to keep that in. Look at Anthony Marcanic, 24-year-old from Illinois, playing the highest level of American professional soccer in his home state for a bit. Now over with St. Louis. Hollingshead. Wrap around Oliveira. Pass in is thumped away. And after some decision or thought on it, referee will blow the whistle. So a dangerous opportunity here for a set piece. You look at the picturesque backdrop. And the Empire Polo grounds. Focus narrows in on Boanga. Four-man wall. Lund sets them in front of the near post. Will be Denis Boanga. Just past the hour mark. Another chance to try to set up an equalizer for LAFC. Sanchez with an extended conversation with the referee. Now we're ready. Boanga drives it. Lund saw it late. Takes a couple of stabs, cleared all the way back. Chipped it over the wall, and Lund able to locate it just in time. Nice touch there by Tillman. Oliveira. Bogus. Cutting in. Lost possession. Able to send it wide though for Campos. Now another chance, forcing Lund to stretch and paw it away. Oliveira that time had a go. Another set piece coming for LAFC, starting to build some attacking chances here. Can they find the equalizer? Looks as though some subs, and by some, I mean many, for both sides as they empty the benches. Just past the hour mark, both teams will shift change. And we'll have plenty of new players to tell you about. Looks nearly 10 for 10. Center back Josh Yarrow from City 2 getting into the mix. Samuel Adeniran as well. They'll be asked to defend right away. Eddie Segura, Eric Duenas. Among the subs for LAFC. Insert, headed high and up. Draws some oohs and ahs. Tommy Musto took that insert for LAFC. Now quickly the other way. This will be deposited out, and a corner kick for St. Louis. Aziel Jackson, the 22-year-old out of New York. Joined by Indiana Vasilev, who's there short in the corner. Jackson. Cleared away. Dyer. Jackson back to it. Danish Nicholas Dyer, 22 years old. And in all that substitution mass, here's Tim Parker, Defender of the Year finalist and coming off an outstanding season. So with all those young legs getting a chance to run early in this one for St. Louis, they've mixed in some of their household names, as that might have caught the hand of Jackson. It did. Diego Rosales, one of the several LAFC 2 members getting a chance to play here today. Let's see, Adrian Wibowo up top. Leo Flores, the forward as well. Vukovic, the trialist, plays a nice ball forward. Build up. And Bombino able to draw the foul there to escape with possession. So as you would expect, a lot of young names here getting a chance to play late. Here's an opportunity up the right flank. A wraparound run. At Darian. Calls for a handball there that went unheard, and now it'll be a corner kick for St. Louis. They try to add to their 1-0 lead with about 20 minutes to go. Far corner, served in. Headed away from the front post. And that shielded well. Alexander Vukovic, who told you just a few moments ago here as a trialist. In that defensive position. Referee thought about that one for a moment, let play continue, and there was no advantage, so he brings it back for the foul. Parker. All the way back for Lunt. Blom. Dyer. First to get ahead to it. Boboa. Got a touch to it for LAFC, but it eventually just pings out for a throw. Again, LAFC looking for their first preseason win. A loss and a draw in their first two tune-up matches. Now they play their first Coachella Valley Invitational. The blend of LAFC 2 players and first team players has been a theme this preseason so far. International duty looming as well. Plenty of consideration to be made. These teams look how they want to set up their preseason to give them the best chance for success, especially two teams as successful as these. There's some good defending to sweep the ball off the line. Still a dangerous opportunity. Calling for handball, not getting it. Klaus. And then he loses it out of bounds, continues his claim. He was mid-argument with the referee as he tried to dribble around a defender. Pretty even balance between LAFC and LAFC 2 designation for this roster today. So Christopher Jaime hits the deck. And a little extracurricular there, and Jaime will be shown a yellow card. Thomas Totland, the one who was on the wrong end of that. Second booking today. Both wearing the gray kits. Good control to the midfield. Blom. Ahead for Klaus. Feed it right side. Adarin. Centering cross. Parker. Watts. Tomas. Center for Jackson. Klaus couldn't quite get a foot to it. And Yarrow with a foul. as LAFC now a chance to build forward. Inside a quarter hour to go to wrap up day one of the Coachella Valley Invitational. Fourth match of the day, second here on field 2. What a job the tournament crew did to get everything ready despite the rain in the area the last few days. They were out early this morning, taking care of the grounds, and a couple of slips here and there, but fields have held up nicely. Parker. Good burst of speed here to gain some space along the touchline. Centering back in front, one-time blast. It's blocked in front, a second chance and a diving save. Romero with a beautiful stop, not once but twice, to prevent the advantage from doubling. Klaus, who was in the area, is still down. Brilliant chance there for St. Louis. Watch this again. Klaus takes the shot, it's blocked off. And the second opportunity, somehow, Aziel Jackson denied. Now the medical staff out to look at Klaus. Six-year-old out of Brazil. Joining St. Louis from Hoffenheim. But a great run by Samuel Adeniran set that up. Klaus had the first shot. Aziel Jackson the second. It's good to see Klaus up to walk off on his own power. About 10 minutes plus any stoppage time to be added. They wave Klaus back on. Blom worked himself into a bit of trouble, uses his lunt to escape. Watts will be shown a yellow for that heavy challenge. First member of St. Louis City SC to go into the referee's book. Bowo still down. Is towards the area where LAFC might try something. Looking to pull level here. They'll play it wide instead. And a foul to midfield. Duenas. Bombino restarts play. And this will find its way out for a goal kick and go back to the double save from Abraham Romero, keeping this a 1-0 scoreline. Might have been a block in there as well, the initial shot from Klaus. But certainly, Aziel Jackson at point-blank range had a chance to double the lead for St. Louis. Now a chance, centered in front. Another one for Jaime. A slip there, takeaway by St. Louis City, looking to break out with numbers. Tomas. Had that in front, one-timer up and in, but the flag is up. It was a good-looking setup. Dennerin got on the other end of it, but was in an offside position. LAFC's back line seemed pretty confident. Take a look. Vasilev. No arguments from the St. Louis side. LAFC, who had about 5 minutes to try to draw even in this one. Aziel was fouled. set for another home season at BMO Stadium. What an electric atmosphere that can be. You hear some of the crowds here in attendance. A small portion of them just as boisterous. Vasilov looking for Aziel. That's sent away from him. Referee saw that little tug of the jersey. Yarrow. Got caught, and now LAFC with a few minutes left to try to build towards a goal. They had one via penalty that was taken away after the officials conferred. Referee and the assistant referee got together after some pleading from the St. Louis City side and determined that they had a case. Blom finds Thomas. Aziel sent that left side, intercepted. Parker. Blom. Ubowo. Trying to start something for Darbo. Both bodies go down. Referee says play on. That chipped too far ahead of Adeniran. These last few minutes here to wrap up our first day at the Coachella Valley Invitational. See if there's anything left in the tank for these two teams. Try to create an opportunity. Trying to feather one through, does for a moment find Bombino. Sent out for a throw. Rosales. And then a heavy collision right near midfield. Referee a strong look towards Dyer, who gives an equal one back. And Rosales gets us going again. Just about a minute and any extra time. Long service. Two defenders there to make sure that Kajum Darbo couldn't become a factor here late. LAFC has built up some good attacking chances in the last quarter hour. Can they find something dangerous towards goal in the waning moments? Akil Watts takes it away. That draws the whistle. No added time. And the second matchup of Field 2 today is complete to wrap up day number 1 of the Coachella Valley Invitational. St. Louis City SC gets the victory by a final score of 1-0 over LAFC. Two teams with a ton of success last year with a very promising 2024. This one was a fun one with some youth and some veterans all getting the chance to run, and in the end, it's the first half goal that is the difference. Kyle Hebert has the lone tally in this one, and St. Louis takes it 1-0. Thank you for joining us here today. We'll be back at it on Saturday. Make sure you visit CoachellaValleyInvitational.com for the full schedule and all the details. For Chase Neidig and our entire great crew, this is Jake Levy saying so long from Indio, California. St. Louis City SC starts off their Coachella Valley Invitational with a victory.
Hey, Parker!